Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Podcasters, your tabletop gaming D&D podcast on the network at bicbp-radio.com, as well as YouTube, podcasts through Spotify, and everywhere else where you can listen to that and watch it. Because you know what? We do have a Facebook page and Instagram where we're posting those and uploading them. Make sure to check them out, follow, share, and subscribe because why wouldn't you want to? This is a great campaign. I am joined by my party below me and all around. You know, guys, this is awesome. I am so excited. Welcome back to our Saturday session. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony. I got some awesome players today. And before we get into it, let's let everyone know that all of my Dungeon Master dice rolls towards my players will be run with this sick Chess 6 dice. They're not sponsored by it. We are not sponsored by them, but we would love to be because these dice are amazing and they've been dealing damage to my players the past couple weeks, and I want to keep that rolling. As well as, guys, our current campaign is sponsored by Oogie Games over at 2406 Military Road in Niagara Falls, New York. Head on over there, buy, sell, trade, use, and new games. During the pandemic, everyone had a lot of time in their hand. They went off and they started gaming, and as everyone's going back to work, that doesn't mean the gaming has to stop. You keep at it. And why not head on over there, support your local gaming stores. This one in Niagara Falls, check them out. Now, guys, let's get into this campaign. Let's pick up from where we left off last week. I had our players had come out of the Mage's Crutch after a bit of a tavern brawl. Investigate and check out the streets of Bryanspell into the poorer district, more of on the cusp between the middle and poorer class. Following a beat of a trail from Azoth's locate object spell. Upon following the lead, they were left at the end of a dead trail as the magic tracking this object fizzled out. They were left looking at a broken down, ruined mage's tower, a motelish looking, I don't know, maybe tavernish inn, a micro mansion, a couple other disheveled looking buildings. Seeing, and I don't know really what you guys saw in it, but you guys thought possibly to attempt to see if you could safely spend the night in this little micro mansion. Made it through a couple of creaky and loose boards on the front porch, and then tangled with a couple mimics after entering it. Mimics destroyed. Peace and calm seemingly be at you guys. Some of the party began traveling upstairs, and Howard, our favorite warlock, blasted a photo, or not a photo, a series of paintings. He blasted one of them off the wall, not liking the scent that was coming from it. Upon blasting it, he heard a booming shout and cry, claiming that they had angered and disturbed his sleeping family's portraits. We pick up. Howard, you hear this booming noise of where I have it, of where I have it over here. You hear this booming, "You disturb my family story," and then it echoes off after this loud booming comes as you blasted this painting off the wall.
All right, I'm gonna look around and see if I can determine where the voice comes from.
Make a perception check. First roll of the night, guys.
Perception. Don't tell me now. Ooh, nice. 22.
Sorry about that. All right, 22?
Mm-hmm.
See, when you'd walked up the stairs, you had cut right. I went down about 20 feet or so. No, about 50 feet or so until you saw this painting. You blasted it. You determined that this voice kind of echoed out of this entire hallway more so. You can't discern to stay in a specific location, but at the end of the wall, ahead of you, another 50, 70 feet or so, you see faint markings on the wall that appear to look like a glyph of sorts.
I'm gonna look back towards the paintings. I'm sorry. What story are you talking about? This one, and I'm going to Eldritch blast the other painting right next to it. The one that I blasted.
You disturb my family story. Hear it out. The same thing, just echo out again.
Yes, I got that. But which story is that? Is it this one? And I'm gonna go to the next one.
Again, you hear the booming noise. Nope.
Anthony, are they like exactly the same?
Yes, it's like a repeat of almost like a recording that when it was disturbed, it would echo.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go over and actually walk up to the paintings now. And the one to the left of the ones that I blasted, I'm gonna take it off the wall and examine it if I can.
Minute you take it off the wall, you disturb my family story. You heard it booming. Just as you examine and look at it, you see a portrait of. See, blasted the first three. You look at this one and you see a picture of. See, so you got 1, 2, 3. You looked at the one directly to the left of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is a portrait of a elf that is laying in a field with a human, and as he's laying there admiring her, she's looking at a book while using a druidcraft like cantrip and just kind of conjuring flowers. And it looks like the paintings are moving, just slightly alive, like Harry Potter-ish style.
Okay. Interesting. Anybody else hearing the crazy voice?
I assume we all hear it.
You all hear it. You've heard it 4 times now.
Who's touching this guy's story?
Sorry about that. I was trying to read his story, and apparently I'm disturbing it.
No.
How many paintings were in the hallway?
Say it again.
How many paintings were in this hallway?
There is 6.
6 left?
3 left. 2 on the wall.
3 left, 1 in my hand.
Yeah. No. 2 left, 1 in your
Right.
hand.
Well, 2 on the wall, 1 in my hand, yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go to the very last one at the end of the hall and examine that one.
This one is. Did you roll for damage on the end?
Oh, no, I didn't.
No, you never did. All right, so just
I'm gonna roll for
roll.
damage?
Yeah, roll for damage.
All right,
on
hold
it.
a second. It's 7 points of damage.
All right. This painting is, or not painting. It's almost like it's weird. It's kind of like a painting, but the material is more felt-like, kind of like they captured an image with like a photo, but it was printed on almost a fabric-ish material. It's kind of almost like a canvas type of print, if sort. It's like a fabric-y. And it's burnt over and kind of smashed and has this blasted, and parts of it are kind of ripped away. And what you can gather and ascertain from this photo is you see the elf from the photo that Howard is holding, and you see the human. They are done up in more of a nicer family photo, kind of like dressed up a little bit nicer, and you can see there is children. You can see like the heads of children from before, from above where the picture was kind of blasted away, almost like a family painting portrait of sorts. But
How many children?
almost 4 in this one. They look like a mix of half elf.
Did the voice come out and say you're disturbing something?
Did you pick it up, or are you just looking at it?
No, I was just looking at it.
Looking at it?
Okay.
Yeah, just looking at it? Yeah.
Well, should we keep disturbing the story?
You read my mind, so I'm gonna go pick up the other 2
All right. So
as
as
quickly
you,
as possible. So it's like you disturb.
all right. So then, the way the story kind of chronologically tells, I'll just say from far left to far right. It'd be from, you see The first one is a picture of a wizard, kind of walking a little primitive posture, too proud of himself through a street market, and kind of look like hands down in a book, and you can see him just kind of half cocked out of his eyes, is caught looking at a female figure in it. The second one is the same two figures sitting down and reading next to each other out at like almost a cafe, and he's handing her a rose. The next one is the one in the field. The one that followed is them going off and kind of almost like they're going away for a journey with an adventuring party with them. The middle one is the one of the kind of the wedding photo shot, which is the same party, but now it's kind of like a wedding party-esque. And then the last one is a family photo with the two and the kids.
Are there any names anywhere on this? Like a last name or a family name?
Make an investigation check.
Don't fail me now. You failed me. I got a 6.
6. You see inscribed on part of the one with the actual the last photo, or the last framing, has a plating above it that says the Multons. Multens.
That name familiar to anybody?
I'm not from here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either.
Can I roll a history check?
Sure.
I'm not good at this, by the way, so here
That's
we go.
okay.
I believe in you.
18 minus 1, 17.
Still not bad.
So, you don't recognize anyone in this photo specifically, but you recognize the name Malton, and it's... So, well, hold on. You're 20 years ago. Yeah, you recognize the name, and all you are reminded of is a villager that visited
Okay.
prior to the raid that, like, or was it it wasn't a raid that took you guys out prior to that. So he wasn't the one that took out the tribe.
Okay.
But that name, someone visited you guys with that name.
Okay. So I'll relay that information. I've heard of this family, but I don't know much of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. What do you guys want to do? There are 4 rooms on this half of the hallway. There are 4 rooms on the other half of the hallway. And you can see there's a balcony as you walked up the stairs that overlooks one of the rooms on the first floor that has like a library looking. I don't know what you guys want to do in here.
I think we were just kind of trying to make sure it was safe to camp out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll check out this room, and I'm going to open up the first closest room to me.
First close door to you. Open the door to your left, and as you open it up, it is a small square room, larger, kind of empty. You see broken toys scattered amongst the ground. There are 2 beds with 2 dressers. At the foot of those beds, 2 wardrobes on both sides of the walls. And can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it looks like the dressers and wardrobes are all been open and kind of ran through and kind of like ransacked. No. Looks like a children's room, possibly. Or smaller humanoids.
All right. I'm going to walk in and very carefully, with the end of my quarterstaff, poke all the furniture and make sure none of it's alive.
Nope. No reactions.
All right. Well, this room's cleared. Next.
Are there any like fancy clothes that might fit a goblin?
I mean, in a children's room.
Yeah.
I assume
Actually, there's
so.
two. Have at it, Finks. This is
How
all
big
yours.
is Sphinx?
It's like 3 feet.
I mean,
It's like a, I don't know.
I think I found your room,
Little
Finks.
guy.
This is all you.
All right, cool. I'm going to start poking around. You guys go ahead without me.
I think go on and roll an investigation check.
Sure thing.
And what specifically are you looking into this room?
Anything worth money. 14 minus 1, so 13.
13. A lot of the clothes are moth-eaten. Nothing magical in here. Nothing super, super elaborate that was left. You find this one nicer outfit for a boy that probably at the age, I don't know, maybe something he'd probably wear at 10 or 11, done up with a little like white undercollar with a vest over. The one vest is actually ripped open. There's this nice little like finer gold stitching in it. Nicer pants, but it all looks dusty and kind of left there. It's been it has really collected dust for a while.
That's all right. I do want to put that clothing on over my chain armor.
Yeah, all right, easy enough. Take the time, put over this little white dress shirt, a little vest, and there is a blue pair of slacks.
Perfect.
They're probably a little baggy for you.
got some hammer pants going on.
All right, you're in there. That's all you pretty much find. What do you guys want to do? Rest of you.
I'll go into across from where I was at.
Okay. You're gonna go from across.
Too, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go
Remus.
to one.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to just I don't want to dive in. I want to see. Basically, I want to go into the first bedroom that's not a bedroom.
Okay.
I just open the door, poke my head in, and
Okay. You're looking for the first room that isn't a bedroom.
Yes.
Then, being right next to where Howard is, Howard, you open this door up, and it's the door right across from the room that Finks went into. Open it up. Oh, I heard something. Someone watching the game? We got feedback somewhere.
Wow.
Anyway, so Finks, the door opposite to Finks's room, open up, and it is a nursery-esque, where there's a rocking chair in it. There is a fireplace that is still lit, but there's no wood in it, and there's a light crackle, but not so much a roaring fire. On the floor, there is a wolf pelt laid out, and there's a dresser next to where some baby's clothes lay out, and there is a short bow, just like without a string, just kind of on there.
I take the short bow and leave the room because I don't want to be in here because it's the bedroom.
Well, no, there's no bedroom in here. It's more or less a nursery that not like a cradle or anything. More or less like a nursing room.
I understand, but that's what Remus does.
Got it. Howard, you're looking into this room. You see this.
I'm going to go over and poke the head of the bear rug skin. Make sure it's not alive.
So as you poke the head of this bear, I need you to make. I'm kidding. It's just a skin. Yep, I know. You poke the head of this bear, and the skull that's there kind of just crumbles in a little bit, worn out and aged.
Oh, it's still got the skull in it?
Yeah, like lightly, like it's kind of just like boned. Yeah, like as you push it, it just crumbled in.
I feel like Boom Boom might need this at some point. I'm going to gather that and try to stuff it in my bag.
All right.
How big are we talking? Is the skull?
Just the skull?
Yeah.
Skull of a wolf. So, wolf-sized skull. I mean, I don't know. You guys don't have any bags of holdings or anything yet, so I don't know. You guys just got to be mindful on how.
My backpack is getting kind of full.
It's getting packed. So. I don't know. Yeah. You probably could sling the skull if you took the time to kind of tie it up in rope, but it's also attached to the pelt. No.
I'll come back for it another time. I'm going to investigate the rest of the room, see what I can find.
The rest of the room?
Yeah.
Make an investigation check. What are you looking for?
Anything, I guess a money value, anything that might be useful.
All right.
Investigation. Ooh. 20 total. Not natural.
No money. Nothing of anything monetarily value.
Okay.
Yep. All right. You head out of the room.
I will head out of the room and go into the one next to Finks.
The one next to Finks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You walk on over. It's another children's room. They I'd almost say nearly identical to the one that Fink was in, or is in still, I guess. Same thing.
Yep. I'll check that out. Make sure nothing's alive or.
Nope. Clear it easily.
All right. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the next one across the way.
All right. Go over to the next one. You go open. This is more of a master's bedroom. As you see, do you see a large double king size extra wide bed? Drapes coming down from it, kind of ripped and torn. The bed is actually cracked inwards, and there is a desk study when you walk to the door to your left, as well as two dressers on each side of the bed, as well as a wardrobe when you walk in to your right.
Okay. I'm going to turn back to Azoth and Remus. Well, boys, I think I found my room. And I'm going to walk in and check all the furniture, make sure nothing's alive.
No, nothing's dead, or nothing's alive.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna check the room across the hall from Howard's room.
Yeah, it's a kid's room.
Oh, that one's already open.
Yep, that one was already checked. That was just a kid's room. Same as the
Yeah,
one same as the one Fink went in.
I'll go to the right of Howard's room then.
That is a wall, so you'd have to go to the other end of the hallway if you wanted to go to the other rooms.
Touche, I will go there.
It's all good. So when you turn down the hallway, the opposite side, you pass the stairs to your left. To your right, there's that little balcony that overlooks, and then you see two doors on your right and then two doors on your left. Which ones do you go to?
I will go to the furthest door on the right.
All right. Go in, and as you open it up, it is another bedroom, actually.
God damn it.
Same thing with kids. This one, it looks like the kids are older, though. Possibly teenagers, but not children. There's no real toys on the ground in this floor.
I will use the D-string short bow and just poke at the furniture as well.
No mimics, no nothing popping out.
Is there anything interesting in the room?
What are you
Unusual?
What do you mean?
Any trinket? Like
Any trinkets?
like a knickknack or like something weird that I would just be like, huh, that's kind of cool.
Make an investigation check.
I don't expect kids to have like treasure or
No.
anything magic. It is 17.
17. Yeah, what you do find, you actually do find a little toy dragon with two horns coming down from its front of its head.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one wing that is broken off of it.
What color is it?
It's a black dragon.
I keep
Painted
it.
black. Yep. Cool.
I guess I'm gonna leave the room and check the other one on the right side.
The one on the right side. You go in, and this is a. You walk into the room, and it's pitch black, completely.
I have dark vision.
With your dark vision, you do not see what's in it.
Oh shit! I know what that is, but I don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second here to see if I can do anything. Ooh. We said I was attuned to those gloves, right?
Mhm.
Did I take? All right.
Oh wait. Did you guys take the time to attune yet? I don't think you guys took the time yet.
I know I haven't to mine
I didn't.
yet.
Have we had like an hour or two?
You guys have not had an hour yet to attune.
Okay. Damn it. I was gonna use the gloves.
Because Azoth, right now, during all of this
Wait an hour.
because they went up while you were doing your rest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So this is all happening while you're resting.
I'm still in the foyer. I'm
Yep.
cashing out or trying to meditate or whatever.
I'm gonna use a. No, that's stupid. I was gonna say I'm gonna light a candle and just throw it in there.
It wouldn't. I mean,
It wouldn't
Try-
do anything. It would go out before it even landed, probably.
you're also throwing fire into God knows what of a room. So who? I mean, that could go great.
Oh wait, I have a better idea.
Oh no.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna light that candle,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna use Tensor's floating disc to make it hover off the ground and go into the dark room.
Okay. So you do this outside of the room?
Yes.
Or are you in the room when it happens?
No, I would be at like either the entranceway or I'd be like poking my head into the doorway.
Okay.
Does Tensor's floating disc make a noise? I need to know if I'd be poking my head out in the hallway or not.
It does not make a noise.
Okay, then I'm still in the bedroom playing with the trains or whatever's on the floor.
Yep. So as you conjure this floating disc and plop the candle on it and light it up, you motion for the disc to go inside the door, and as this disc just slides in, the candle's complete pitch black darkness. You can't see.
I can't see the candle
Nope.
or the disc.
No, the minute they passed into the disc, the minute they passed through the doorway, it went complete darkness.
Okay. Here's my first question now.
Got it.
Can I still sense the disc is there?
Yeah. You can sense the disc is there. It's not a sphere of annihilation, if that's what you were wondering.
No, that's not what I was wondering at
Okay.
all.
All right.
I was just I wanted to make sure it was in like another dimension and it just vanished into nowhere.
All good. Nope, it's still there.
I'm gonna. Hello. If you hear me, I'm going into the dark room. That's all I know it as right now. It's the first one on the right, but I'll be in here. So if I don't come back in like 5 minutes, someone get me, and then I'm gonna walk in there and try and follow my disc. Actually, I'm going to call my disc back with the candle on it, hold the candle, and float myself in there.
On the disc?
Yes.
Okay. You float in. As you float in, the light is snuffed. Your dark vision is snuffed as well, and you're now floating in complete darkness. It's
I'm
silent,
Daredevil.
basically. Floating in complete silence.
Howard's gonna poke his head out because he heard Remus yelling over there.
You saw Remus possibly at the end of his tail just into this door.
All right.
Okay, so I've gone like 5 feet, 10 feet in.
Okay. You haven't hit the door yet, or you haven't hit a wall yet, but you're
Okay.
just on this disc floating in darkness.
I would like to now go back out of the room.
You pass out.
I would like to just go. Okay. Is anyone in the hallway yet?
Yeah.
I would
One of
be in
them,
the
yeah.
hallway at that point. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hand you one of the ends of my rope. Because I have like, how much rope do I have? I gotta have at least 30 feet.
As I say, if not, I have a 50-foot rope.
I have 50 feet of rope.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to hand you my rope
Mhm.
and ask you to tie it to your rope. So we have 100 feet of rope, and I can't get lost before 100 feet.
Okay.
And I'm just going to cruise back into the darkness.
Before he goes, I want to give him the blessing for the advantage on stealth rolls, and I want to give him guidance as a cantrip. So add a d4 to whatever roll you want.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Okay. You glide yourself in on your disc again?
Yeah.
All right. What are you trying to do in here? You glide in.
I'm just
It's
trying. I
complete
guess
darkness.
the unstrung bow is in front of me, like
Okay.
a stick.
Like a cane, like almost like a walking cane?
Yes, and I'm going to try and float as far as I can till the stick hits something.
Okay. How are you holding the stick?
Straightforward.
You're holding a stick like straight forward, like as a wand type of.
Yeah, like a wand or a sword or.
Okay. You float straight in. You go 10 feet, 20 feet, 30, 35, pop. You prod the wall.
Okay.
Stone wall.
Stone
Remus,
wall.
can you hear me?
Yep, you can hear him.
I can.
Yep.
Oh.
Or wait, Fink, are you in the room or did you go down?
I'm at like at the door.
Oh, if you're at the door where he went
Not
into,
inside.
but you're outside of the hall of the room that Remus
Yep.
went in.
But we
Yeah.
can communicate.
Yeah, you can hear what's going on in there.
You just can't see me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to use the Mautergy, that however you pronounce that spell, that cantrip.
Yeah.
One of its things is it can instantly cause unlocked doors and windows to fly open or slam shut.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that just to maybe give him a sense of whatever's in that room. If there's an unlocked door, maybe he'll hear it opening or shutting, so he can kind of just get his bearings.
Okay. You hear with you casting thaumaturgy, you can hear the minute you cast it, it sounds almost like window shatters. It tried to open, like a but nothing swung open. Possibly as if something's locked.
Okay. When I poke to my left.
Mm-hmm.
Anything? Like, is there a second wall?
Nope, not there.
All right. Same with the right, just where I'm at. It is like the straightforward wall.
Yep. Can't feel anything. To your right and left, you can't feel it. Just to the forward.
Just to the forward. Ooh. I'd like to reach over the disc and see if there's still the floor.
Roll a d20 for me.
Oh no, that's a D8. Stop. Dude, no, I don't want. Stop. So every time you click the add dice, it just adds another one. So I'm at like 4 or 5 D8 right now. I'm sorry.
That's almost 20.
That's almost 20. There we go. Okay. Alright, I'm totally adding that D4 to this. Yeah. It's an 11 total.
Are you with the stick? You're trying to see what's there, right? Or are you trying to
Yeah.
feel with your hands?
I'm using the stick.
Stick?
I'm trying to like make sure I'm not going to start floating down.
So as you go to put the stick down, you feel a floor. Like there's a prodded floor. And it feels almost like there's something else on the floor around.
Okay.
Kind of like when you put the stick there and moved it, something was flat on the floor and kind of shifted out of the way as well.
Interesting.
Had almost like a pinging noise. Almost like a metallic type.
That's weird.
Almost like metal was being shifted.
Yeah.
Almost like you hit something metallic. I don't know how else to describe it.
You okay in there, Remus?
Small and light, nothing heavy and hard. Nothing heavy.
I think I hit. Could I just like float down to it?
Yeah, You can float down onto it. As you float down, you can feel the disc kind of just rest right on top of the ground.
Yeah.
Are you still on the disc?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm trying to like scoop it in with the bow. Essentially, what I think I hit with it.
As you go to put the bow out and try and scoop it around, you feel a bunch of little trinkets or something of sorts just kind of scattering on the ground, and you feel it just kind of keep moving. That when you try to scoop, it's just something's laying flat on the ground, and as you move it, it just kind of keeps shifting around. That's all you could tell with the bow, with the stick.
Is
kind
it
of
still
prodding
really dark?
Mm-hmm. Yep. This room is pitch black. You can't see
Howard,
anything.
can you make it not dark in here?
I could try. I cast flare inside the room.
Nothing.
That's all I got. Okay. Hmm.
Can you? Yes.
I'm gonna look around. Is there like a glyph on this side of the hall as well too?
Make an investigation check.
All right. That's 17.
No glyph at all. No glyph.
Just
you
on the
open all the
other.
doors?
No.
Maybe we should check for more dark rooms.
I did both on the right side, so the two on the left side are still unopened.
What boons do you have, real quick, Howard?
What?
I was gonna say, I know he's not talking.
What boons?
What boons?
I'm sorry, not boons. Invocations, I meant.
Oh. I have Eyes of the Runekeeper and Agonizing Blast.
Can't see then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go back over to where I saw that glyph from before
Okay.
and try to examine it. See if there's anything I can do to like maybe disarm it that might possibly brighten up that room or get rid of that darkness.
Make an Arcana check. How, Remus, you still in the room?
Yeah, I'm still in the room.
Okay. What are you doing? Still just floating on the disc?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try and try and find the other boundaries. Like I'm gonna just start floating to the left and using the one wall as like a base.
Okay. You float down one end. The dimensions of the room are roughly 50 feet in width and then 35 feet in depth.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
So there's
What was the Arcana check?
7.
7?
7.
No,
Seven.
there's no way to really disarm it that you could tell or think of.
Yeah, why not? Eldritch Blast it.
Big scorch mark on the wall. What?
I didn't say anything yet.
Oh, I thought Tony, you said something. All good.
Uh-oh.
How dare you?
Yeah, geez, Tony.
Does it sound like there's anything in the room with me?
No, there's nothing in the room. Just whatever that was on the floor. That was the only thing that you really have noticed that's also in the room.
Mm-hmm. I'll go pick up what's on the floor.
All right, you feel something circular and metallic scattered, like it's a thin layer across the floor. You go to pick something up, you have something about this in size in your hand.
So okay. I would just put it on the disc and I'm going to float out of the room with it.
All right, you put it on the disc, you float out, and as you exit the room, lights up, and you can now see again. Room's not lit up, but in a hallway, dark vision kicks in. And what you have on the disc, it's a single copper piece with horns on it, with a tiefling face. And it's a copper piece, and you see this, it's almost stained, as if it's like this dark purple, dark red material, like liquid staining, possibly blood.
Nice.
I don't know.
Definitely blood.
Hmm.
I will put it in my pocket.
All right.
Are you guys still in the hall, or what are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah, Howard's walking up at that point. Yeah, that glyph doesn't work over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know much about magical darkness, but I think that's what's going on here. Because I could hear you, so it's not like I'm somewhere else. They made it really dark. Let's check these rooms on the left real quick.
Yeah, that's a good idea there.
Yeah, I'll open up the one directly across.
Yeah. Open up this one, and you're opened up into a large. Not so large. Actually, it's a children's library, from what you can tell, with one shelf. So when you open the door, you see a shelf of books in front of you on the wall in front of you, and then two shelves of books on the wall to your right. And there's a large, tattered old rug with a couple of little kids' dolls spread around, kind of left over. One of the dolls are like kind of ripped, the legs ripped off, and there's a eaten, worn, beat up chair with a small brazier next to it.
Oh, what? Oh, one
Like
of the...
No. Like almost like a fire pan. Almost like a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I want to do two things.
Two things. What's
I
up?
want to search the room for any like journals or anything handwritten. Not like a book, but something logging, whatever. And then after that, let me do that first, I guess.
Okay. Make investigation check. Yeah.
That is a 6.
The 6. The 6. There's no personal journal written up here.
Okay.
A lot of books, but nothing far as notes or any like handwritten journals.
Second thing, I want to take that rug and drag it out into the hallway.
Okay. The rug is roughly the size. It's like 10 foot in diameter. Diameter is the whole way, the long way.
Is this too big for me? Can someone help me?
Oh yeah, you're gonna need help from someone.
Sure, I got you.
Hold on, guys. Before you do that, I'm going to poke it real quick just to make sure.
I poke it, and it is not a mimic. It is just a rug.
Okay, you're good. You can take it out.
All right, so
Rug out.
yes.
I'm going to start
Anything
looking
underneath?
through... Go ahead.
What's up, Finks?
I want to see if there's anything underneath the rug. Start poking at the floorboards.
Oh,
That's right.
make an investigation check for this specifically.
All right, 12.
12. No trapdoors or anything really here. You do see kind of peering in and trying to get in and looking between the floorboards. What you do see is the kitchen below you, actually, and you can slightly see little hooks kind of hanging, and you can see some pots and pans below to the floor below.
Okay.
A little bit. Just faintly.
All right. I'm
I'm
good
going to
here.
look through the bookshelves and see if there's any books, anything that might stand out towards me.
Yeah, make a investigation check. Let's see what you find.
All right. Stop it. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. 15.
All right. You see two books. There is the One-Eyed Beholder, as well as The Last Dragon King.
Hey, is that candle still on the disc?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, unless Remus snuffed it, it's still on the disc, I think.
I just had it in my hand, so you can
Okay.
have it if you
Grab
want.
it.
Okay.
I want to light that brazier or whatever it's called. Brazier.
Goes up. You start to feel the warmth coming from it. It's feeling a little toasty.
Nothing else.
Nothing back his candle.
Well, everything else seems okay in here. You guys find anything?
All right, last room.
Yeah, let's head out.
Yep, that was the last. That was the last room.
That was the last one.
Yeah, that was the last one.
All
I
right.
thought there were 2 on the left side.
Yeah.
Did Oh, I thought you guys opened that one. That's another kid's room.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I thought you opened it. Sorry, my bad.
4 kids.
No, you were right to assume that we shouldn't have opened it.
Yeah. Not gonna assume.
Have an idea.
Yeah.
Howard's gonna head back towards the master bedroom.
Okay.
And go through like the desk or anything that might pertain, anything that he could find that might pertain to magical darkness.
All right.
Magical darkness for dummies, something like that.
Magical darkness for dummies. I like it. Okay, you go through and over the desk, you see tattered and scattered notes of like family logs and history catalogs, and it's kind of like a personal memoirs, more or less, of his life story, telling about how he's an adventurer, studying of magic, and you don't find nothing specifically on magical darkness, but you start to see in one of the journals at the end talking about making pacts. And it starts talking about you see the written discussing about looking elsewhere other than the weave, and possibly making a pact. It's the only thing I guess I can kind of look different. You being a warlock would know that, magical darkness can be given possibly through that, but not a lot is mentioned. It's more or less just family time.
Other than the weave, you said?
Yeah, looking for draws of power other than the weave.
Other than the weave, okay. You said there was also a bookshelf in there too, or no?
There's 2 like dressers and also a wardrobe.
Wardrobe, okay. I'll go through the dressers.
Dressers, like you find the one dressers for most likely the wife and the other one's the husband's, and you find respective nightgowns, daily clothing, nothing magical, nothing armor set, just more or less the common clothing in the dressers, nightgowns. In the male's top drawer, like where the undergarments, you do actually like find like a little rusty dagger, like a little like last ditch effort knife. No, kind of just stashed away, but very basic, old.
Hey, Remus, I found a dagger in here if you want it.
Sure, why not?
I'll give him the rusty dagger.
You have a rusty dagger.
Yeah.
Be careful with the blade. You probably will get sick from it. No, don't want to get cut by that.
What do you roll for tetanus damage?
Constitution save.
Okay, cool.
Well, Constitution.
All right,
1d8 poison.
Nice. All right, so I think he's going to finish it off with the wardrobe and go through that.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
All right. 9.
9. Nothing too important in here specifically, but you do find 2 dresses that are complete like moth-eaten. So any detail that they had to them are bitten, chewed up, worn. You see worn and beaten boots. And in here you see a short bow. This time it's strung with 5 arrows in it, as well as a quiver.
This might come in handy as well, too. Gotta check something real quick, sorry.
Hmm?
Can't remember. Offhand, is that considered a simple weapon or no?
Bow, I think that may be a marsh. Oh no, I think short bow may be simple. I can't be for sure. It may be martial.
Okay. That's what I was
Maybe.
afraid of.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I might not be any good at this. Either of you want this? I'm gonna show it to either Remus or Finks.
Sure. I mean, I already have one without a string, unless Finks, you need one.
I don't have one. I don't know if I know how to use one, actually.
Oh, it's really easy actually. You point it at what you want to shoot, and then you just pull this little.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
It is a simple weapon.
All
It
right,
is?
I'll take
Thank
it.
you.
Okay.
Gotcha. So yeah, thanks. Take it. I'll find some string at some point and string up mine.
That was a short bow?
A short bow.
Well, I'm going to spend the night in the library, attuning to that skull with the diamonds in the eyes,
Okay.
getting some rest.
So, are you staying up in the upstairs library, or
Yeah, the one with the fire.
one with the little fire? Okay. All right. Where are you resting? Are you sitting in the chair, or are you sitting in the ground, or wrapped up in the rug? What's
Yeah, in the rug.
in the rug? Pull the rug over, get comfy, wrapped up some of the clothing, tuck in. All right. You start inspecting and getting to know the skull a little bit. Okay. See, we're probably about 2 hours or so in. Azoth, you got about 2 more hours left. I don't know what you want to do after. Start thinking of that in this room or in this place. Anyone else doing anything else before they're turning in? Are you exploring anymore? Or
I would have gone with
going on?
Finks, I think, to the library and just sat in the chair and tried to work on the gloves.
Okay. All right, cool. So,
I figured I'd just put them on and stare at them for a while.
okay. The gloves, you tune to them. It is, I don't have the item page pulled up, but I know they're in your inventory.
They're ready.
You get them. I know they are black and velvet in feeling, and they feel like they fit just perfectly, and they make you just slightly more careful when needing to get away in a pinch. Finks, you start tuning in with this skull, and as you do, so you are how are you laying down and tuning with this skull, or what are you doing with it?
It's like staring at it eye to eye,
Okay.
waiting for
Alright.
something to happen.
Okay.
If I had a skull, I'd show you. I don't.
Just kind of staring at it. You see it through the process of it. You're staring at it, and then just after about an hour or so, you start gazing into the crystals, and you see the jaw kind of go, start chattering and go, and you're gained with the knowledge that this is the skull of Crack Big Back, as it starts to speak to you directly kind of in your mind. Name's Crack Big Back, an orc, at your service. I could help you with religion checks that I know of.
Oh. Nice to meet you. I'm Finks. I can help you with moving you around. Where would you like to go?
I'd like to go after the Four Lights.
Tell me more.
The Four Lights. They are 3 Fey knights that came over, went up into the Smoke-Top Mountains, killed us. I'd like them dead.
Okay. Maybe we can make this work.
Please, take me to the Red Flood.
Yeah, you're in the room. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I just hear Finks talking to the skull, right?
Yeah, you see the skull kind of opening and chattering, but it's not. You don't hear the voice coming from it.
Okay, as long as I see that, I'm not going to address anything yet. I'm just going to let him keep doing his thing while I'm just looking and...
So as you attune to this, basically, this is the skull of Crack Big Back. He is he can give limited knowledge checks. You can use him for making religious checks. You have, or what does it say? Well attuned, the owner will give the user advantage on religion checks made while consorting with the skull. When the owner begins to be attuned to the item, they can speak to the skull for knowledge. A response is not always promised, though. So you can ask him, and if he has knowledge on the subject, then he will let you know. If not, straight check. And just for general kind of like blanket, you have advantage on history and religion concerning the Smoke-Top Mountains, as well as orc culture and Grumsh.
I'm sorry, was that last name Grumish?
Yeah, Grumish.
Orc god, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can I ask Croc about what happened to his eyes?
They were plucked from me at the end of combat. Dishonorable. The four lights, they shine into darkness, and you could swear that the skull spit on the ground at that.
All right. Remus, do you know anything about the Smoke-Top Mountains?
No.
Me neither.
I've been in this world. How long have I been in this world? Like a week now? Maybe 2?
We're talking about 10 to 14, around like 10 days or so-ish.
I've been here like a week and a half.
About a week and a half.
I don't know too many people, so geography's a little weird for me.
Understood. I hear it's a nice place, though. A friend of mine recommended we try to see that sometime.
You do know about the Smoke-Top Mountains splitting the continent.
I do?
No,
I do.
I think
Okay.
you would recognize. You would know of it as like a land feature.
Okay, landmark. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get my world map. I want to take a look at this. Oh yeah, they're huge. Yeah.
Did your this skull guy tell you? I saw his mouth moving. I don't know. Are you still talking to him? I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, we're just chatting. I'm just getting to know him. Telling him my story. He tells me his. Actually, you know what? Can I like affix him to like? I've got a mace. That's my weapon. Can I like affix him to like the top of it? Make it like a staff with a skull on it. Something easier to carry.
You know what you can use? You can use the short bow I found without string. Here you go.
Okay. I'll get to work on that.
All right. I don't know how you want to affix it specifically. You'll have to try and figure that out. But I also wanted to let you know, so while attuned to this, you can also use the skull as a spell focus.
Oh, okay.
So,
Dude.
yep. You have to figure out how you want to attach that to the.
Yeah, I'll draw something up later.
Figure something up. All right.
Maybe for another night.
All right. So that's happening.
While
What's
they're
everyone else
that-
doing?
While they're doing that, I'm going to go over to the room with the darkness.
Mhm.
The door to it, does it open into the room or out into the hallway?
Opens into the room.
Opens into the room, okay. I'm going to try to reach in where the door is and close it.
Feel a little fumbling around. You're like, whoa. Shut the door.
Yeah, that's better. And then I'm going to go back to the master bedroom.
Okay.
And I'm going to go... First, I'm going to try to attune to my little pendants. And then after I'm
Take
done
an
with
hour.
that, spend maybe an hour going through my book, studying what I can, and I guess that's it, resting for the rest of the night.
Okay, you're in there. Cool. So you guys are kind of turning in for the rest of your night.
Yeah.
All right. Azoth, what do you want to do, man? You have 2 more hours. They go by, and you did your meditation. You took a moment you took your rest for in between that. You're on the first floor.
I'm back to where I was.
Yeah, man.
Go fresh.
You're feeling fresh. You're like, ah.
Right. You said there was. I wouldn't have known this, but if I go upstairs and check out in the hallway, would I be able to see? You said there were runes on the wall, right, or something? There was markings.
There is one glyph at the far end, all the way to the. If you go up the stairs and turn right, at the end of that hallway, there is a glyph on the wall.
So if I walk up the stairs, assuming that everybody else is fine, otherwise something would have happened. It's
Yeah.
something that would be in my eyesight.
Yeah.
Right. Can I go inspect the glyph and see if I can read it?
Yeah. Go up and make an Arcana check.
All right. 6.
6. What languages do you know?
Druidic, Elvish, Gnomish, and Goblin.
Nope.
Nothing? Okay.
Nothing. Nah.
All right.
Hold on, real quick. Is that glyph in like a language of sorts, or?
No, I just wanted to see what he knew, what he would
Okay.
recognize. Because
Okay.
I'm almost positive you don't know you don't know it. What languages do you know?
Well, I have Eyes
you
of the
would.
Runekeeper, so I can read all kinds of languages.
All right, you would see traces of infernal within the glyph, but there's no specific language. Kind of the markings are within infernal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can read Infernal.
Oh, did you inspect the glyph as well?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Tell me tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
All right.
It's hot in here.
All right. I want to. Is the omnipresent voice of the house still there, or has it stopped since everybody's looked at the pictures already? Is there any way for me?
It stopped since they stopped disturbing the photo or the pictures.
Okay. As I'm observing, I'm assuming the pictures are still there because they stopped messing with them.
Mhm.
Is the Moltons? Is it anything that I would have a connection with from my time as an acolyte in the woods?
Make a history check with advantage. Too. I'm sorry. You would have with advantage. Looking at all the photos.
So I roll twice, right?
Yep.
I take the higher one.
Correct.
8.
8. Looking at the photo with the adventuring party, you recognize some of the faces are familiar. The two in the middle, the husband and wife couple that you're pertaining, as well as one of the other members as an adventuring party that had come through the forest at one point in the past.
Okay.
They were on a quest searching for something.
Okay. Can I attempt to communicate with the being of the manor somehow?
How would you like to? How would you like to, or what would you like to do this, or?
I kind of just rattle the painting, I suppose, and see if it can wake something up, perhaps, or just jostle it gently, not like aggressively, but like a.
Do you move the painting itself?
Yes.
So the minute you go to move it and like pull it off or shift it at the slightest, you hear the booming noise. Do not, or is it? You disturbed. What is it? You disturbed my family story. You hear this booming. Which all of you guys now hear.
Can I communicate with the voice? Does it respond to me being an elf?
What do you wish? How are you trying to communicate? It kind of does it on loop and says that, and then it fades out.
It fades out. All right, hold on. Let me. I don't know. Okay. I kind of let's assume that I've kind of peeked open the doors and I get to the one that's the all black room.
Yeah.
Okay, and I kind of pop it open and see that it's pitch black. I want to investigate that room, but in doing so, I want to cast Produce Flame.
Okay.
In doing so, it's a flame that I can hold for the duration of a spell. It doesn't harm me or my equipment, and sheds light in a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Do you do this inside the room or outside the room when you cast it? When do you cast this spell?
I'm outside of the room casting it, and then I can kind of like reach
Walk.
my hand. Well, I'll start
You're gonna put your hand in.
with my hand as opposed to like stepping foot in the room to see if it radiates.
You cast a light. You see the hallway lights up brightly. You know, seeing this room now more, or this hallway more. You're seeing that the walls of tapestry and paint and wood panels that you can be seen through are broken and kind of ripped and torn, and looks like it's gathering. It's been about 50 or so years since anyone's been in here. Kind of seeing this room more really lit up now. And as you put your hand into the room, your hand and the flame are snuffed out in darkness.
Okay. All right. I want to cast Locate Object, specifically for the crown that we're looking for, and see if perhaps it pings inside that room.
You do not have any detection of locate object pinging at this time.
Okay.
You go to reach out for it, and it's just cut off from you.
Okay. All right. I'll close the door, and I'll just kind of head back downstairs and just hang out and wait for morning or everybody else to do it. I'm kind of just all right.
Yeah. Head down the stairs, go into the little foyer afterwards. Are you just waiting in the foyer, or are you going anywhere else to wait? Or
I don't think I'm going to explore any other rooms or anything like that. I was comfortable where I was. I'll just kind of sit again.
Okay, cool. Sit down, do your little meditation, kind of keeping guard.
Yeah.
You guys all take a full long rest for the morning?
Yeah.
All right. And with that long rest, we're going to take our quick bio break to go fill up our drinks, go to the bathroom, and we'll be back in like 2 minutes or so. All right?
All right.
So, guys, welcome back from our quick bathroom break sponsored by Oogie Games at 2406 Military Road. Head on over there if you have not yet. Let them know Podcast Precinct sent you over there, and buy some video games, have some fun. But we pick up our next morning. You all feel well rested. Real quick, where did everyone sleep?
Library.
Master bedroom, broken bed.
Broken bed. Your foyer. Finks, you slept on the ground?
Yeah. In the rug.
On the rug. Remus, where did you sleep?
In the chair.
In the chair? All right. You all begin to awake, feeling nice and rested, except for Remus.
Oh,
Something-
son of a bitch.
You feel this urge to wake up, like you hear the calling of, come on, wake up. But then there's another part of your brain that just feels, no, you don't need to wake up yet. It's comfortable. It's inviting. The darkness is nice. Make a wisdom save.
Oh, God. I'm going to add my side eye to it. D6. Don't fail me now. 12?
Man, this is very comfy, very relaxing, and this you've been traveling for about 2 weeks, you haven't had a nice warm bed in forever, and this is the comfiest, this is the most relaxing you have been since that first boat ride. You don't want to wake up yet.
I feel like Howard.
No, more or less, the urge to wake up doesn't come to you. You can't fight it. There's part of your brain that says, no, not yet. And you just kind of go back to
I
sleep.
guess I'm sleeping in.
All right. Howard and Fink, you guys begin to wake up naturally. Azoth, you're already awake.
I would assume we all kind of reconvene, or kind of all just meet up at the maybe top part of the stairs, I suppose, in the middle.
Yep. You
Catch
walk up. You walk up to the top of the stairs, possibly calling out, I don't know, looking around. You guys hear Azoth's feet start walking up the stairs as he's stepping up the stairs.
Yep, Howard will come out then and see what's going on, make sure everybody's up and ready.
Yeah, I'll mention just Remus is still sleeping.
Okay. Get caught up on the events of the night before.
Yeah, you guys catch up.
Oh, I introduced everyone to Croc. What's his name?
Crack my back.
Crack Big Back.
Crack.
Big Back.
Okay, Crack Big Back.
Crack Big
Is
Back.
everyone Crack Big Back?
Oh,
He'll be our ambassador to the Smokepot Mountains.
oh. You talk to him?
Say hello, and then I just kind of hold him up.
Hello.
Skull, just aimless looking. Doesn't want to talk.
Okay,
All right, I'll put him back.
that's understandable.
I tell the guys that I checked out the paintings while everybody was sleeping last night, kind of upstairs, and that I recognized some of the people that were in there, and they came through the woods by my sanctuary, and I tried to talk to the being, but wasn't able to.
Interesting.
Is the dark room still dark now that it's daytime?
Mm-hmm. Open the door.
Azoth, you wouldn't happen to know anything about the weave, would you?
Do I know anything about the weave? I should know anything about the weave.
Make a Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay, I got this. 21.
Oh yeah, the weave is the Force. It's kind of like the Force, where all Jedi powers kind of come through. This is kind of the equivalent for magic, where Mistral, the goddess of magic, created magic and gave it out to the humanoids and beings that could tap into it to then conjure spells and use it for their needs. The weave is kind of the source of all magic that arcane individuals, whether through divine power or practical study, can tap into. Some patrons of old and beings that were not gods, but god adjacent, can grant abilities that can as well tap into the weave itself. So
Yes, I do know some about the weave.
Oh,
And
okay.
I told them what I
That's interesting, and then I'll kind of explain how I found the note saying they're like the family or whatnot is going to look for whatever other than the weave, and see if that maybe meant anything or if he picked up or if not.
Mhm.
But yeah, thought maybe that might be a key towards this magical darkness, but I guess not. So
I tell them. Well, I'm assuming they told me what was going on with the. Oh no! Wait, who would everybody have known about the trinkets and whatnot on the floor? Like, is that knowledge I would have now?
yeah,
Or is it-
well,
I don't think Remus said anything about it. Did you? I don't think so.
No.
no.
Am I safe to assume I am currently still sleeping as well?
Mhm.
Yep. So yeah, no.
Finks wouldn't have known about it or anything like that. Whoever.
I do, but I didn't share it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, I was kind of wandering off, and I just started thinking about how I was able to see the floorboards and into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Would I be able to discern from that knowledge where underneath the dark room would be?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you weren't down, you could attempt to figure where that would be.
Okay. I think I wanna do that. If we're done with our morning meeting here, I
Yeah.
wanna explore a little more.
Did we see all there is to see on the first floor, or did we kind of backtrack away after the mimic almost bit my arm off?
You guys kind of backtracked.
All right, so there's still more downstairs to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's more rooms.
All right. Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'll grab Remus and I'll walk in the room and try to wake him up.
Okay. Remus, make a wisdom check. Or wisdom save.
13?
13, and with Howard kind of waking you up this time, you feel this. Oh, you feel really. Probably the best night you've slept in a while, and get up fully rested.
Whew.
Feel better?
I think so. Apparently was very sleepy. This chair is concerning.
Yeah, you were snoring logs there.
Big log.
Yeah, the rest of everybody else is going to go through the bottom of the first floor, and we're going to check that out. So, if you want to tag along.
Yes. Yeah, we'll go find everyone.
Okay. And I'll lead them back out
All right.
towards everybody else.
Okay. Cool. You guys head down the stairs. What do you guys want to do? Which door? Where do you guys want to go?
I want to get underneath the dark room. Figure out where that is.
Want to go get underneath the dark room? All right. Cool. Put this right here.
I found this in the dark room, by the way. And I'll show like the bloody, what I assume is bloody-ish looking copper piece with the horns on it.
Mhm.
I think it's got something to do with tieflings or demons or something. So,
Interesting. Do you mind if I take a look?
I suppose.
So here's an interesting thing. Howard, the coin you're given, it's just a copper piece coin with a tiefling face on it. You don't see any bloodiness on it.
I'm going to look around because he mentioned like bloodiness on it. I'm going to see like anything. Was it bloody? You just wiped it off, or
It is.
I'm talking.
Okay.
Remus.
Yep.
Was it bloody, Remus, and you just wiped it off, or?
I didn't wipe it off. It's still bloody.
Gonna look at it. It's fine to me. I'm gonna like rub it and see.
Oh, it's tarnished a little bit, but not bloody by any means.
Gonna look at the tiefling on there.
Mhm.
You said it's tiefling, right? Or
Yep. Tiefling with the you can assume it's a tiefling, kind of like that or devilish because you see these horns coming up off of it.
do I put 2 and 2 together with the notes and the little coin that possibly
With that high of a check and knowing what that level is for, you're going to put the 2 and 2 together.
Okay. This might be something from the Nine Hells here, Remus.
Oh,
So,
I'll put it back in my pocket for now then.
yeah, there you go.
Have you seen anything strange?
I didn't, but while I was going through the notes, I did come across something about Mammon. I don't know if you're familiar with him or not.
Excuse me?
I came across something about Mammon. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Where?
I didn't tell you. In the notes in the master bedroom, I was going through it. I'm assuming it was the main guy from the family, Mr. Moulton.
What?
What was the dude's name?
Show me the notes.
Okay, and I'll pull out the notes and kind of show him.
All right. So the notes are written as you're now kind of like going through them a little bit more intensely. The notes are written by a where's my name? Multen, Multen, and you see it actually has a name, Farron Multen.
Fan Malton.
Farron Multen, yes. And he, as you're now reading through this, Remus, the majority of this journal is a kind of like a adventuring log, kind of like what the family had done, the journeys it has gone through, some personal accomplishments and lessons they've learned. And then at the very end, there begins to make talks of making pacts with powers from beyond, and the name Mammon is kind of scribbled and kind of like marked.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like, just to clarify, you would say this is more of a travel log than it versus like a personal journal, or is it both? Like it's
a combo. It's like a personal travel log. It's kind of like a personal journal that was taken on a travel. Like
okay,
it's I guess memoir-esque.
Yeah. Would you say that's where it ends with the stuff about Mammon, or?
Mm-hmm. That's kind of where it starts to end.
Okay. I'll hand it back to Howard and ask him if he found any other journals from this person.
Nothing else that I found, no. But in the library that you guys were sleeping in, I did find those two books, The Last Dragon King and The One-Eyed Beholder, which that sounds like a euphemism for something. I'm not sure.
Huh.
Yeah. But yeah, and you said you found that coin in the room there. Any more coins like that, or was that the only one?
It was dark. That's why
I didn't know if you felt around and found more or not.
I wasn't really trying to find any sort of living things down there. I just kind of scooped and left.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check out underneath with Finks and see what we might find, and if not, we can go back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll catch up back to Finks.
Okay. By this time, Finks, you were going straight. You had a mission. You were going straight to it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is it just you heading there?
I think Azoth is following me.
Azoth following? Mm. All right. So you head down the stairs and you cut right, and you're walking into the little foyer. As you cut right, just so you're mindful, you have a hallway to your right. You go forward a little bit. There's another little cutout way. You walk into the dining room where the mimic was. You pass around to the other end of the dining room. You enter a kitchen where you see this counter where the pots and pans were. There's like a sink with dirty, smashed clay pots, and papers are ripped, and there's silverware mess everywhere, and broken dressers, or not dressers, like cupboards. You turn right, and you see to the direction of where the black room, where the pitch dark room was, above. There's a wall, and in the center where the doorway is, there is a string of like hippie beads, kind of, with flower, like strings of like almost like flower petals strung up as well in between with the beads.
I'm going to kind of look at Azoth and just kind of like, this is more your thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Is there anything that I recognize from my travels?
Nothing specifically your travels, but this is very druidish in nature. Very, it has a very zen and calling, kind of like, oh, this looks almost like a meditation type-esque peacefulness to it.
I kind of tell Finks this has a sense of familiarity to it, and if you'd like, I can go out forward and push in first if you want.
I'll be right behind you.
So I'll go make my way past the beaded entranceway.
All right, you pass through this little beaded entrance, and as you pass in, the creaking of the floors behind you with Finks following, and possibly by the time you can hear the faint discussion of Howard and Remus from upstairs previously. As you pass through these doors, or this little entrance, it all ceases. And you start to feel this cool breeze. And the ground goes from this wood flooring to grass, soft grass. The ground is cool but not cold, and it's inviting. You look around, and the room is 30 feet wide, goes in 30 feet or so, and it is walls all around are covered in flowers all around, and the ceiling is just this light setting of clouds, kind of illusionary on the ceiling above you. You look in the to your sides where the walls and the flooring meet. It looks like there's protrusions of crystal shards popping up about 2 or 3 feet off the ground. As you walk into your right, behind you, there's a tree in the corner with some large rocks kind of positioned around it, off to the sides. And in front of you, as you walk into this room, you see an altar about 5 feet from the back of the wall in front of you, 4 feet in width, stone, and covered with blood smearing over it. Possibly desecrated.
Is there any markings on the altar? Anything? I don't know. Any sigils or anything that I might recognize?
Make religion check.
Ooh, can I do the same?
Yeah, I'll let you both make religion checks. Go for it.
That is a 10.
10.
7.
All right.
Unless I get advantage from the skull.
Mm-mm.
But at the work of an orc.
Pulling out, asking him. You would not, in this sense. Not in general. Let's see. There's nothing on here real quick. Where is the altar? You said, what was your check?
10.
10? All you see it is on the altar. You don't really notice any. Actually, you know what? You would with that. It looks like there is a markings to the Lady of the Night, which is a goddess of the moon, as well as safe passage for sailors, primarily sailors. And walking up to that, you see that there are 3 kind of half bowl cup-shaped spots on the altar to kind of fit almost like a baseball, almost like a not softball, almost like a baseball-sized ball could be set in 3 different little kind of placings.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming that's a good sign for me then. That's a god of the moon. I'm going to cast guidance on myself, and I'm going to approach the altar.
Okay. Cast guidance, you approach the altar.
All right, and just take a closer look. I'll stand right up on top of it, or not on top of it, but right up at it.
All right, you get right up on top of it. There is some. It's cold. It's well structured. It doesn't look like it has weathered to the years as the rest of the house has. There is blood staining on the sides of it, and there is little crystals off the side of it. You're on top of the altar.
All right, is there anything in those bowls?
Nope, they're empty. They look like they're space that a baseball type object could be placed in them, though. But they're empty. It's kind of smoothed out.
Okay. Can I take them off, or are they attached?
They're attached. They're kind of like built into the altar.
Okay. Can I just kind of like play around with them, see if they're mechanical in any way?
Yeah. You're kind of feeling it, and it's actually like carved into the top of it, actually. So it's not really mechanical, but upon investigation and kind of getting in on it and feeling it and looking around, they feel almost like hand carved and have little tiny little tiny craters and little markings cut into the spot put into the holes. It's almost like they're scooped, almost like ice cream scooper, like scooped it, and then little tiny like markings and engravings and indents are made around it, so they're not perfectly scooped.
Okay.
Kind of think it kind of resembles the moon, like moon craters.
No, I am at a loss here. I'm not sure what this thing does.
Yeah. I let Finks know that I'm a land druid and I'm not part of the moon circle, so while familiar, it's not well known to me exactly what is going on.
Well, this looks like an altar that was possibly used for just kind of praying or just kind of like devotion to the god. Your knowledge, both of your knowledge combined, I could just very easily say that there is nothing that comes up with blood ritual or any type of sacrificing in that sort, anything in that sort, to the moon god, to the Lady of the Night. That sticks out differently, and that's the one thing that looks odd within this room, at least on the altar.
Is there any way for still making the connection about the house and the voice that was in the house? Is there any way for me to communicate from within here to the being of the house? Maybe by like meditation or prayer or something?
If you want to, you can attempt to do a meditation or prayer. What do you want to do exactly? One more detail, I'm sorry, I had it off to the side, is that along with the blood stains, because you're right up on the altar, you do have the faint smell of brimstone as well, Finks. I'm sorry, Azoth, so what do you want to do?
I still want to like see if I can somehow like communicate with, again, I guess the house, to either find out like what exactly happened here recently, that everything was like ransacked like and torn up, or what the last thing to have happened here was.
Okay, how do you want to do that specifically?
It's a good question.
It's not. It's not impossible entirely. Just I don't know how you want to do it, or if there's a spell that lets you do it, or
I don't know so much that there is a spell, but I guess one of the traits of being the druid is that I do have the the shelter of the faithful, so I get healing and care at a temple or shrine established through the presence of the faith. So if it is somehow, if there is a circle of land attachment that I can like bond with somehow, maybe I can connect on a spiritual level, like praying, essentially, if that makes sense.
Okay. I'll let you do like a druidic meditation of sorts.
Okay.
You're not a religious type, are you? Specifically?
I'm an acolyte, yeah.
You're an acolyte, but to a specific, is it to anything specific, or is it more or less to nature, or are you
to the old gods in general?
The old gods, to kind of like the older. I'll let you take the time and try and do a meditation of sorts on the. You want to kind of set up a space on the ground and pray and do a kind of like do a.
Yeah, just like sit down and just kind of like bond or get into it. Like, I'm assuming that this place is probably the most at peace or at home that I've been in this house from everything else. I'm like
easily
nature.
Yeah, you definitely. This is one with the room. I can let you roll this. All right, yeah, you take the time.
Hey, while he's doing that, can I do that ritual cast of detect magic as well?
Of course.
My own version.
Cool. Sweet. You do ritual detect magic, and you actually feel 2 pings go off. I'm almost positive 2 pings. I'll double check that. 1 or 2.
You need me to roll something, or?
Yes, I need you to roll a religion check.
All right.
So, because as you start to, you sit down, pull out a couple of your druid trinkets and your little symbols. You pull out a couple faithful items, little statuettes from the old gods, place them out, symbol, something for fire, for air, earth, water. You kind of place them around you. And how do you are you like a sit down meditation type of guy? Are you a standing? Are you an at the altar kind of? Where are you in this room? Or
Sitting on the ground, just kind of like physical contact with that, like with everything around me.
So as you sit down, you see as you start to place stuff on the ground around you, there is a indented, almost like a scorched mark in front of the altar.
Okay.
Just on the ground is almost something a blast of sorts possibly happened there. You do make note of that. Sit down and you start to place it. What was your religion check? It's 8. Take a moment, breathe it in, and you feel the rush of the wind from within this room. You feel the light of the moon kind of casting over you, and you were almost there, but it faded away. There was nothing there. The connection was started to be made, and then it was just kind of out of touch. Just whether it be not enough of a roll, it being during the day, you don't know, unfortunately.
Okay. I let Fink know.
Okay. During this ritual, you do come up, Fink, pop up with Detect Magic, and you do see, see, where is it? There's that. Where is it? Let's see. Okay. You see a bit of a glow from the back corner, from behind where the tree is. Tucked underneath somewhere the rocks are, you see a beginning of a glow of magic.
All right, I want to go investigate that.
And see real quick the types of magic of what it is. Types of magic, D and D.
Can I help Finks and like check for traps first before he goes for the glow?
Yeah, we'll say because within 10 minutes of casting the ritual and the meditation, at this point, Howard and Remus are kind of just coming in now, which, by the way, as they were walking in other halls or in other rooms, you don't hear them approach. Okay. So you see Finks kind of walking over towards you, Remus, as you're walking through the store, and he cuts over to where this tree is with these stones.
Let's do it.
Oh, this is something special about this place. I need to look at it further. I'm going to start like reaching for the stones and whatever's giving the strongest.
You should hold on. Let's like at least poke a stick under there first, so nothing takes your hand.
You say stick, and I'll hold up my little.
No, it could be traps. I don't trust trees.
I don't trust trees.
I don't trust anything in this. Anything can move in this house.
Okay, see.
Which I'm gonna look back too. Is like the doorway still behind us? Like, can I still see the hallway that we came from, or no?
The hallway. Wait, what?
Like where we came from to enter the magical
Can
grassy.
we find our way back out?
Like, do I see like the doorway that we entered from? Does it still look like it's from inside the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's still from the house. It's just kind of more or less like this is a personal room that is sealed off for like, don't disturb me while I'm in here type of a thing. Kind of like a little like, this is mom's room in the house. Like, don't disturb me. I'm in my space.
Gotcha.
Type of a thing. And these stones, you see, like they're not like little tiny stones. Like they're like more little massive, kind of like, they're not boulders, but they're like larger rocks that are a little heavier. They're like tucked in place around this tree nicely in a circle movement. And underneath the one, you do see this brown parcel that is kind of wrapped up with this rope. As Remus, you're kind of poking it and prodding it. And were you checking for traps, or were you just poking it?
I was also checking for traps.
For traps. Did you make a trap? Did you make a roll?
I didn't. I always forget what to roll. Tell me what to roll.
It's was it traps? Was it sleight of hand? I think.
Yeah.
Or no, traps investigation. Traps is investigation for traps. Disarming is sleight of hand.
21.
21. This is not trapped. These are some rocks.
All right, go for it, Finks.
All right. Pick it up and open it.
All right, you open it up, and what you see is a leather armor with nice depressed. I think is it where it looks like the image is kind of ingrained and like pressed into the leather of roses up on the chest plate of the leather plate. And it's a set of studded leather armor, but it's non-metal. And instead of actual like little metal studs, it's thorns.
No.
No.
All right, I'm gonna go walk that over to Azoth.
As well as, hold on, in the pouch, you also see a little package wrapped up with a note on it that says, "To my love, forever yours, F," with like a little signature.
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk that over to Azoth.
Do you open the little package, or do you keep it, the little package as it is?
Oh, I would have opened it, yeah. I'm
Open
like
it?
a little kid at a birthday party.
All right. You open it up, and it's a little woven bracelet, kind of like a hemp bracelet that is woven and has a dark, smoky gray, black, with like crackles of purple stones that are woven into the hemp bracelet.
Oh, that's interesting. All right. Well, yeah. I show him what I found. So, what do you make of these?
I would assume the armor is definitely elven, or geared more towards the elves.
It's actually it's elven in make, but it is sized slightly smaller, possibly for a half elf or a human. But knowing magic armor of sorts, this would have the ability to kind of resize or refit for whoever it is. So,
Would I? Did Finks read the note again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll read it off again. Actually, you know what? Finks probably wouldn't have even read it, to be honest. He probably would have just kind of saw it and lost it.
Do I recognize the bracelet? Is there anything that I would have recognized?
no. I mean, this looks like I'm sure you've seen like hemp wrapped bracelets or like woven like stitched bracelets, but nothing specifically.
Read the note.
It says, "To my love, forever yours, F." The letter F,
The letter F.
not EFF.
Okay. I could use some new armor.
Yep, you could
Can I check out the bracelet?
check out the bracelet. It's a little hemp wrapped bracelet with a stone in the center, kind of like what you'd make for your friend at like summer camp. Instead of putting like a bead or like a coin or a pendant in it, it's a stone.
I asked Fink if I could keep the armor.
Yeah. It just doesn't.
I'll drop
Well,
trout.
it smells like an elf. I don't want it.
I hand back the bracelet to Fink.
Understandable. So I guess I'll equip the armor.
Okay. You'll have to take time to take it off and attune to it and put it on. But congratulations, you have rose-studded leather armor. So you bump up your AC.
You'll take care of that, I assume.
Yeah, I could pop that on.
Can anybody? Oh, I don't know. I don't think that I can. I ask if any of these guys can find out if there's anything magical about the bracelet. If there's anything special about the stone that's in it.
Well, it was Detect Magic, right? That went off on the bracelet.
Yes, there is magic on the bracelet.
What school was that?
It would be. Let's see, it's not enchantment. Let's see, divination. I guess it would be. And shielding. Nope. It'd be a sort of conjuration transmutation mix you're getting.
Okay.
There isn't a
All right.
specific school for it.
All right, I'm gonna slap it on then.
I'm gonna slap it on.
So it's a slap bracelet, yeah.
You don't feel anything different. It's possibly something you have to attune to. It may or may not attune to you due to your class.
Okay, that's fine. I will try later.
Go for it. I don't know.
You said there were 2 pings. I'm assuming that was the armor and the bracelet.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the whole reason I wanted to come in here is because I wanted, I point to Howard, you to do the shooty thing up there.
Okay, sure, why not? Eldritch blast the roof.
Make attack roll. Hit the roof. Roll damage.
We gotta make those coppers fall from the sky now.
That is 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Hit the ceiling. You start to see a crack in the ceiling start to. Little piece of wood fell.
Does the environment change at all? That was in the sky. You said it was like clear and
Like some light clouds.
is it reacting to the Eldritch blast at all? Is the illusion of the room changing?
So as the first blast hit, you see the clouds slightly kind of parted, and after the blast, after the little piece of wood falls, it kind of covers it back up. This illusion, or
Interesting.
whatever this is.
Okay. I shoot another one.
Same
10
spot?
points of damage. Yeah, same spot.
All right. All right. On that, one of the pieces of wood falls. Where are you shooting it exactly in the room? So you walk into the room.
guess-
How far in are you? Where are you shooting at? All that.
I would be over by the altar and probably shoot it like directly above the altar.
Okay, cool. I assumed that, but I didn't want to assume. Cool.
Yeah.
Piece of the wood falls off of the ceiling and kind of smacks the altar, and you actually hear a booming echo within the room.
I love you. May the devil be a fool to outsmart me.
You guys hear that too?
It echoed
Okay.
in the
That's
room.
what I thought. Just making sure.
What did he say?
I love you. May this devil be a fool to outsmart me.
Devil.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the feeling that this house is tied to some kind of infernal devil. No offense, Remus. Do we want to stay here, or what do we want to do?
I'm extremely offended. For so many reasons.
Yeah.
Did you poke a hole through the ceiling yet, or what?
There's a small crack in it. Like little chips of water have fallen, but nothing substantially large yet.
I will shoot another Eldritch Blast, I guess, at the same spot.
Same spot. Right.
Nice. 11.
Nice. It's damage.
Yeah.
Nothing fell and smacked on the altar, so it's good. But you do see a more of the size of a hole of a fist kind of blast through now. Clouds parted, and you see the clouds start to fade from a lighter, softer, whiter, more light gray to a darker, more thunderstorm-ish color. Doesn't get darker in the room. Still lighter. It's still light in here. But you do see a couple of coins fall from the ceiling. Ch-ch-ch-ching. 4 or 5 copper pieces.
Oh, perfect.
The hole that I blasted, is it like dark beyond the hole?
Yep.
Completely dark? Looks like we might be hitting the jackpot here.
Okay. Can I without, I don't know, I don't want to like damage myself too much or anything, but can I don't know, maybe cut my hand open on a crystal or something like that and drip some blood onto the altar to see what happens?
You may cut your hand on one of the crystals, kind of pour some blood out over it, and where are you putting the blood, or where are you trying to?
There were the divots.
Little divots.
Maybe it can fill. I don't know how big they were, but if like enough drips into
A little bit. They're about like a full cut. Like they can fit a baseball, like half a baseball into it. So you don't want to just fill it up total, right?
no, but just enough
Enough to kind of sprinkle it.
causes some kind of a reaction of some sort.
No reaction with that, actually.
Okay.
Can I go inspect the coppers?
Inspect the coppers. There's a tiefling face on it.
On all of them.
Yep. Clean, kind of tarnished looking. Like, not like a clean, but like a kind of like a penny that you've had, the pennies that are laying around. Kind of like, they're dirty, but not like bloody or anything.
Pennies.
Basically pennies. Yeah, the Remus pennies.
Are you famous in these parts? Were you a king?
I can't say I've ever been here.
Only important people have their face put on the money.
That is true.
He does make a point there, Remus. I'm going to hold up one of the coins. Does this look bloody to you too?
To me?
It does.
Does it not look bloody to you?
No, it just looks like it's a little tarnished, but that's it.
I can make it look bloody, and I'm going to put one of the coins in Azoth's blood holders.
The coin is now bloody.
Bloody now.
Okay.
Does this help? And I want to give it to Remus.
I mean, help is relative, I suppose.
It is a little dark. I'm going to take another one of the coppers. I'm going to place it in the basin with Azoth's blood and just like let it sit there if it does anything or not.
Sits there. Bloop. Sitting there. Tiefling face is staring back at you, just same.
What if it needs tiefling blood? I asked. Staring at Remus.
I will take my tetanus dagger I just recently found.
There's so many better choices.
Alright, fine. I'll take Kevin the key knife. Because he only has a tiny blade. And I'll just prick my finger and touch the coin that I have that looks bloody to me.
The coin in your hand. Make a perception check. Actually.
Come on, something okay. 19.
19. You could swear the face winked at you, just kind of like and that was it. You could swear it did, but you don't know for sure if you saw that correctly.
I'm 90% sure that the blood made the coin wink at me. I don't know what it means, but it happened.
How many coins were up there, Remus?
I did not count. I only touched one.
Did it seem like there was anything else up there?
Not that I felt. It just felt like one big thing splashed around of metal.
Well, no. So like when you're sticking, like you felt like you were more loud. You know, it was coins. It's kind of like what you were pushing through is a bunch of coins that were just on the ground, flat. So
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
Okay.
How far is the ceiling from the... Like, if I were to stand on the top of the altar, how far could I reach to hit the ceiling?
Let's see. How tall are you?
It's about 6 foot.
You're 6 foot. Altar is about 4.5 feet tall. You're about 2 feet shy of the ceiling.
I can help. Can I climb up on top of Howard?
Sure, come on up.
Okay.
And I'm going to lift him up. I was going to reach through the hole and see if maybe you wanted to feel anything, but I mean, if you can climb in there too, that's up to you. Just don't go too far.
Why don't we just go upstairs and go through the room?
Well, I wanted to see if it was the same effect or not if we come in through this way.
Okay.
Yeah, I poke my arm in there and just start like feeling around.
You put your arm up over this broken little hole and you start feeling around, and on the ground, on like the floor in the room above, you can feel coins around it.
And I'm gonna start like raking them out.
Shh, it's like
I can get.
just. I mean, if you just take your time, you're trying to pull coins. You see about 15 copper fall, 16, 17, 25 copper pieces he's pulling and just kind of pulling down. It's like almost kind of like when you go to the slot machine, you'd put the coin in like 2 or 3 pull at a time. It's kind of what's happening.
Interesting.
And they're all tiefling faces.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all copper.
Mm-hmm.
I am very confused by this.
When he was sticking his arm through, does it look like his arm completely disappears into the void?
How far up are you trying to straight? Like, as far as he's putting his hand, it is disappearing. I don't know how far up you're trying to stretch your hand into there. Like, are you trying to push him where he can get his whole arm up, or is he just his hand?
Yeah, like whatever. I was just keeping an eye on like when he goes to put his hand to scrape out the mud.
Oh yeah, when his hand goes up,
it disappears into the.
Okay.
Yeah, it disappears.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I want to make my way back through the house out towards the front porch.
Okay.
I'm assuming the hole is still in the stairs where the black thing was before, correct?
You walk out, hole is still there.
I look in or like kick something like a stone or a pebble to see if I can get the thing back.
The black thing?
Yeah. To like alert its presence.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Or how quick of a glance? Are you just taking a glance to look at it, or are you looking for this thing?
I'm legit like looking for this thing, and
investigation.
I rolled 21.
Oh yeah, you see peeking underneath your head after you kind of like kick a couple of stones and a little broken piece of wood. You see 20 feet down to the side of the house, in front of like where the kitchen would be.
Right.
Part of that part of the porch. Underneath, you see this black mass kind of crawling.
It's coming towards?
Just slowly, ever so slightly, crawling up and over at this.
All right. I think I have some money on me. I want to. What do I have here? 45. Do I just have gold? All I have is gold. All right. I want to take one of my gold pieces.
Okay.
Mark it somehow, like distinctly, maybe with a rose. Why not?
Okay.
And I want to basically make it so that this black thing gets it, and that's about it. Like it's kind of like I'm throwing food down for it to eat, and I want it to consume the try and consume the gold piece.
Okay. Let me see. So you see it as it you flick the little gold piece into it with the rose. Are you trying to hit it at the gold piece? Are you trying to hit the actual black mass, or in front of it and have it crawl over it?
To have it crawl over it. Like it's shiny. It wants the shiny.
Yeah. Okay. You see it as it crawls over it. It slithers past it, and the coin is no more.
Okay. Run back downstairs to the hidey hole. Well, where we were at before.
Okay, you run back inside and into the room. Okay, you run in.
Tell them to look for my coin. Feel around and see if they can scoop my coin down.
Oh,
keep scooping and seeing if there's something else besides the copper pieces that comes down.
Got it. So you're trying to scoop for a gold coin.
And I'll lift Finks up more into the hole and see if he can reach around and feel it.
Okay. How far in are you letting yourself get put into this hole?
I will put my head and both arms in there if I have to.
Okay. You're scooping just kind of whole body scoops of just arms?
I mean, yeah, whatever I can do. I don't know how far I can fit, so I don't know how big the hole is.
But no, I mean, like, so, like, you, we'll say with some pushing and prying and maybe another blast or two, trying to get things up in there, you have enough of a hole to pop a whole goblin body up into.
Okay.
And you pop him up halfway in, and how much are you scooping, or what are you reaching for?
I mean, I can't really see, so I'm just scooping as far as I can reach, pulling it forward, picking a different direction.
Seeing what falls, yeah.
Okay.
I'm like that coin machine game at Dave & Buster's, just pushing as many coins as I can.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. You get over the course of 2 or 3 minutes of pulling and scooping, you've comprised a pile of roughly 150 copper pieces. You see 1 silver piece or so. Just
And it has the face.
same thing. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna get down.
Bloody as well for you, Remus, if you were looking at the silver. All the coins look bloodied.
I'm gonna fill the cups with coins. I'm just gonna put them all in there.
Okay.
Consolidate them.
Yeah. Fill the cups with coins.
Howard's
I don't
gonna
know
go
what to do with
upstairs
these
to the
things.
dark room.
You what?
Howard's gonna go upstairs to the dark room.
All right, you go upstairs to the dark room.
I'll let you guys finish off downstairs first.
I'll stay put.
Okay.
Maybe we can bring the rope through. And then we just have like a way in and out. So we don't get lost in there.
Did we get essentially all of the coins out of there?
You don't know. You have no idea.
Okay. But do we have? Is it just copper and silver? Or is there like a gold random here or there too?
It's all copper, but 1 silver so far.
Okay. Can we try? I guess I would ask Finks to try and grab a bunch of them, and we'll try filling the holes in the altar with them.
Yeah. Yeah, Finks kind of already started to try it, and you help him fill the holes on the altar. Fill it with it. Make perception check for me, Remus.
I will cast guidance on him for that if he wants.
Yeah.
All right.
D4.
Yeah.
Come on. 12.
Nope. Coins and blood, a little bit. Nothing fancy about them, other than the tiefling face.
Wasn't there something that you said that was like locked up there?
Yeah.
Did we ever find that?
Wasn't me.
Was locked?
Yeah, I cast that thing would open and close doors.
Open the window.
Oh yeah.
You heard like a window shatter, kind of like
Okay,
almost
so
like
it was a window.
yeah.
Okay.
Was there? Did anyone see like any sort of tiefling riding around the building? Like anybody?
None. Not that you guys looked for.
I'm already upstairs, but
What did the Finks, did you see any other runes around here?
I don't think I did.
You did see when you walked down the stairs and you went and you cut right to go towards the dining room and then the kitchen that direction.
Yep.
There are 2 hallways that led to a led down to your right.
Oh, okay, so we have missed 2 rooms then.
Or it led in a direction. We don't know what's there.
Okay, well, I'll relay that info.
Should we all go together or?
I can stay here, just in case Howard falls through or anything else comes through, and just kind of be one again.
Okay. All right. Start meditating.
Can I throw another? What was it before? Perception?
Yeah.
Can I do another one of those just to see now that all this is going on and some stuff has happened since then?
Yeah. What are you specifically kind of looking out for during this check?
See if there's any connection with the
Oh, with like a religion type thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You want to do another religion check? Yeah. You roll a religion check.
All right.
We're gonna let Remus and Fink head towards. Are you guys heading towards the other room?
Yep.
And then Howard's upstairs. So let this
21.
split. 21. You feel with that high, you don't feel any connection to this house as far as any specific being or entity. You do feel a familiarity in the sense of old powers, and you're somewhat connecting that towards the old primal gods, kind of like the gods of old for the elements, kind of touch and are, as far as the pantheon of gods go, the moon is kind of always been there and was one of the first gods that were created, and they were one of the first elder gods that came after the gods of old. They're like one of the more of the ancient ones, and there's a slight kind of a cousin kinship that you can feel, especially also being a druid. You're not a circle druid of the moon, this moon circle, or circle of the moon, but there's a kinship feeling that you can tell, but nothing is set in stone, and there's no direct link.
Okay. There's no feeling of danger or unease. Am I at ease?
You are at ease in this room. Now that you're alone in this room, this is a room meant for like druidic meditation.
Okay.
That's what this room is meant for.
Okay.
And there's an unsettlingness as far as the blood on the altar, because that stands out. But besides that, this is like, man, like you kind of wish that you guys had this place, because this would be your room.
Okay. I'll stay. I'm gonna just chill.
Okay. Howard, what are you gonna do?
All right, so I'm going to walk into, or actually, I'm going to open up the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my
Pitch
quarterstaff.
Okay.
I'm going to use my quarterstaff and just kind of hit the ground in front.
Okay.
See if I feel anything.
You feel like a solid hard floor. Every couple steps, you feel a coin as your quarterstaff kind of hits it and it skids off to the side a little bit. Hit there, it skids off.
Okay. I'm going to take a step in.
Okay.
To the dark room.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me down there?
You can hear him.
I can hear him.
Yep, you can hear him come through the hole.
I can hear you through the hole.
Okay, perfect.
You can pinpoint kind of the voice of
direction
the voice.
Okay.
Yep.
So then I'm going to kind of move towards that direction of where the hole, using the staff as like kind of like a like the blind man's cane to make sure he knows where he's walking, so he doesn't trip. And use that as like to kind of feel the ground and see until I hit the hole part with that.
Okay, you're at the hole.
Does Howard you're the guy with the skull, right?
No, Finks has that.
Okay.
But if I fall, I'll be okay.
Okay.
How far into the room roughly is the hole?
You are roughly 20 feet into the room.
20 feet in, okay. Is it like more towards the center, or is it like to the left or right of the doorway?
It is, let's see, more towards the left.
More towards the left.
After you walk in.
All right, I'm going to continue going towards the left using the quarterstaff as like a guide until I can either reach the wall or any kind of furniture that might be in the way, or see if I can feel out the room and what's in the room.
Okay, as you feeling, I'll just tell you, just kind of scattering towards the wall, towards the left side. It is a stone wall. You feel coins across the floor. Mm-hmm. And up against the edge of the wall, you feel a little bit more of a pile of coins, but no furniture. Just purely just coins are in this room.
Well, Azoth, it doesn't feel like there's anything in here besides just coins, so I don't know.
Can you using your staff, scoop more or push them almost towards the hole and let them keep coming in? The pile?
It's like you were reading my mind, and I'm going to set the staff and just kind of like on the ground, just kind of like scrape it towards the whole area.
Kind of plowing it over.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. You just do that from the wall?
Yeah.
Or how? Okay.
Like from the wall, like you said, I felt a pile of coins, so I'm going to kind of
You wanna
start
kinda
there
take
and
that?
just like make my direction, moving them towards the
Scooping
whole
them in.
area.
I'll keep, follow my voice. I'm over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll kind of teamwork it back and forth and just kind of keep scooping.
Make a dexterity check with disadvantage. See how much you scoop in.
All right. Let's see. Oh, dang it. 7.
7. All right, with 7, you get a collectively with the time takes about 5 minutes or so, scooping enough and kind of going back and making sure you get enough of the pile and dumping it down through. Roughly 250 more copper. Just start pouring through as he starts pushing coins in through the hole. 2 silver pieces and a single gold piece. It's not marked with a rose. It's a tiefling face.
None of them are.
Nope.
Okay.
Just well, no. Azoth had marked 1 gold
Right.
piece, but
All right, as they're coming down, I will continue to gather them and still put them on the altar of the coppers and gold. Like, just I'll.
the little cups are filled to the brim by now. They have been filled up. So you're still just piling the money on the altar?
Yeah.
Okay. Pile it on the
If
altar.
If anything, we can always save the money for when we might need it.
Yep.
When I feel like Howard's done and like pushing as much coins as he can, he's going to jump through the hole.
Okay.
And meet back with Azoth.
Jump through the hole. It is make dexterity check with I mean, how are you just kind of hopping down through it, or are you taking the time to slide in? How are you getting through the hole? Because jumping through the hole is just kind of like a.
Can I throw out my rope that I have on me and see if you can grab onto it? And no, there'd probably be nothing for you to attach it to.
Yeah, I'll be all right. And I can kind of judge like where the hole was, where the altar was, and all that stuff. I would have an idea of like where I'd be jumping to. So I'm just gonna try to like hop down and hopefully land on the altar.
On the altar?
Yeah.
Just dexterity check.
Okay. Just straight roll.
Just regular dexterity check.
Okay, perfect. 21.
Oh, you're lucky.
I was hoping you were going to say dissipated because that was a good roll.
Oh, you're lucky. It was 21 because you are hopping down through a hole, dropping about 8 feet to land on an altar that is covered with metal coins. And you find purchase perfectly. You stick the landing on the edge. Almost slipped and cracked ahead. We had been a little more careful, and you're in the room.
All right. Well, there was nothing else up there except coins, so I don't know if you want to explore the rest of the house and see if maybe we can dispel this darkness up there.
Let's, I guess we'll make our way out. We'll leave everything as is. We can always come back.
Yeah, we'll definitely come back for this.
Awesome. So you guys head on out, and by this time, Remus and Fink were headed down one of the hallways. Which hallway were you guys heading to? The second one or the first one to your left? So, I mean, if you're coming out of the dining room where the mimic kind of tried to eat you guys, or try to eat you specifically, Fink, there's 2 hallways to your left before the stairs. Which one you going to?
Let's just do the first one.
First one?
Was thinking the same thing.
All right. You turn.
Okay, I'm sorry. Are either one of those hallways the one where the painting attacked me, or is that still a third hallway?
No, that was the hallway that was straight ahead. So when you came into the house,
Right.
You turned right, and that was the hallway where the painting attacked you. And there was a door at the end of that hallway. This essentially is if you came into the house, you saw the hallway straight ahead, you turn left towards the dining room, and there's a hallway to your right. I'll send you guys a map of it after when we're about to be done, just so you can see. So as you turn down this hallway, Fink, you and Remus see ahead of you light coming from this large open room. You hear the crackle of fire, and as you start walking down it, you see two eaten, moth-ridden or attacked lounge couches with a stack of books, with library stacks to your right, with books ripped and torn and disheveled, and debris all over the ground. And we're going to pick up there next week, guys, to see what's in this room, in this open library room. Guys, thank you so much, everyone listening in, tuning in, watching this, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook page, on the Facebook page, whether or not you have found this and it was up on the network website at bicbp-radio.com, or if you're listening to it through podcast format. I'm going to have a whole bunch of episodes uploaded by now via audio, which, if you haven't yet, go back over to episode 1, catch up through this campaign and see where we're at. Guys, this is so much fun. I was your Dungeon Master, Anthony. Thank you so much. I love this group. This is the 16 weeks, 17 weeks going in strong to this campaign. We've had some new faces join us, and I can't wait to see every week what they put me through. They've been exploring this little micro mansion, haunted of sorts, kind of remains that I left for them, and I can't wait every week to see where else they are going to go.
You were prepared this time, though.
I was slightly more prepared this time. You realize there's no death rolls coming at you from the Chessex dice, so you guys got lucky. Not today.
Sorry.
But guys, I'm Dungeon Master Anthony. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching us. Follow the Instagram, Facebook pages. Check out the podcast, and I'm gonna let my players take it away to let you know where they can find them. I'm gonna take it away first and let Azoth, Mark, go ahead. The incredible creator of our network logo, the solid brand that we love to push, and it is our symbol. It's our leadership on that. So, Azoth, Mark, let them know where they can find your content, because you are a artist that is open for commissions.
Yeah,
and we want people to come to you for that.
Yeah, I teach art and do art on the side. You can follow me on Instagram at the.mark.716 for my photography nonsense, or design-related inquiries, WRNR Design on Instagram. Yeah.
Amen. Go check up that, as well as Azoth is on Twitter. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, it's podcasters at podcasters Azoth.
Check them out. Follow.
Everybody, yeah, we're writing our stories, our journey here.
I love it. I love it when the players are getting into it. I'm hoping at one point we got a whole bunch of the players that have that'll have their Twitters through it. It's kind of cool. Below me on my little Zoom feed is Howard, also known as Danny Chavez. Please let the good people know where they can find you.
Sure, Danny Chavez. You can see me surfing the internet, looking up all the great deals at Oogie Games, 2406 Military Road. But you can also find me here as Howard, and on occasion, Roll for Wisdom, where we talk about nerdy aspects of D&D. We are not professional, so don't add us. And you can also find me Facebook and Instagram, Ratfink Arts, RATPHINC Arts. I like to doodle sometimes, so check them out.
Speaking of doodlings, real quick, if you guys haven't yet, there's going to be a link below. Check out our Teespring page. We have a couple designs that we threw up. A couple of them Howard actually did. I know you guys want to go pick up that sweet bonus action hide barrel t-shirt, as well as that awesome Warlock Eldritch Blast rip. I love it so much. Help support the stream. Go check those out. Below Howard on my Zoom feed is Finks, Tony.
All right. So last time I talked about potentially setting up a paint blog on Instagram. I am happy to announce that went up live today. And
awesome.
By the time this episode goes live, hopefully there'll actually be some more stuff on there. The Instagram handle is Phoenix Forged.
Phoenix Forged. Nice. I like it.
Fun miniature painting stuff there. I also did jump in on the Twitter bandwagon here. I don't know how Twitter works, but I'm trying my best. It's Podcasters Finks. And I'll be tweeting things like "It's raining copper."
Nice. It's raining copper. I like that. Below Finks and Tony on my feed, we have Ricky and Remus.
Hi, I'm Remus. You can find Remus at Podcasters Remus on Twitter. You can find me at Rick_Coates on any sort of Instagram or social media. Or if you're in the Buffalo area and you need some sort of Wayfair furniture fixed, I've been doing that lately, or building it. So that's been my odd job for the last week or two. Anyways, this is way better. I have a lot more fun doing this and playing Remus and having fun on Podcasters. So please check out the Teespring. Go to Oogie Games. Tell them we sent you. I might go there and get my PS2 fixed because apparently people are buying those for like $100 now, and that's absurd. Yeah, PS2 is expensive now.
Okay.
Who knew?
Man.
There you go. That tangented very well, so I'm going to send it back to our lovely Dungeon Master Anthony.
What's up? Thank you guys. I know, listen, these players are awesome. They bring some great content on their end every week, and I love it. And they go the extra mile with their Twitters and with all the little backstories that we've worked together and concocted to put out an awesome story for everyone else. And till next time, we're going to keep rolling. Bye.